Hi, Mr. Thomas. It's the end of the year, so I guess we're making a surprise video.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
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 Hi, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hi, Mr. Thomas.
Hi, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas. Hi, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas. Hi, Mr. Thomas. Hi, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hi, Mr. Thomas. Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Hi, Mr. Thomas. Hey, Mr. Thomas. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, for the past 4 years. Thanks so much for just everything you've done for us.
Just want to say thank you for all you've done in band. I've had a really great time over the last couple of years in high school.
I would just like to thank you for the last 4 years. They've been amazing.
There's no words to describe how much you mean to all of us because you're just so amazing and so influential.
It was great, you know, getting to know you and being able to be in band with you and everybody.
It has been so great getting to know you these past 4 years. Thank you so much for being my teacher.
I wanted to say thank you for being such a great teacher.
Thank you so much for being such a wonderful teacher.
Thank you for being such an amazing teacher all my 4 years.
Thanks for being a great teacher and role model, and you're like a fatherly figure to me.
You've been a great teacher and a great mentor too.
You've been my mentor and a father figure to me. You've taught me everything that I know about leadership.
You've been a great band teacher and an awesome mentor for me, and you really taught me how to be a leader.
I just wanted to say that you've really taught me about what being a leader is really about through marching band.
So pretty much you're an amazing band director, and it's because of you that I even wanted to go into music, and with all your help I got into music school.
Thanks, Mr. Thomas. You helped me get into music school with the letter of recommendation, all that, and for helping me through guitar class, just letting me help out as much as I can. That class has been a lot of fun, especially since I've been able to see all the kids grow. I'm pretty much as proud of them as you are.
Mr. Thomas is just too legit to quit, and this is the first time I've ever played an instrument, and now I actually can without failing.
This is my first year taking one of your classes, and I really enjoyed it. I'm taking your guitar class, and I tried to teach myself at home, and I didn't learn very much, but taking your class, I've really progressed.
Thank you so much for all the help you've provided us, our class, and me with in guitar, and we've improved so much, and it would never have happened without you.
You've been an awesome teacher, and enough so that I tried to get into your class 3 times, and then they said I couldn't take guitar again because my schedule was full, and I was really sad last year. So then I just skipped a year and took it again this year.
You rock, Mr. Thomas. Guitar is my favorite class.
Thank you for being such a cool dude over the past 4 years.
Thank you for teaching me these 4 years.
Thank you for the 4 years of awesome bandness. I don't really know this word.
Mr. Thomas, you are awesome for writing me a pass when I had absolutely no reason for one.
It means a lot to me that you let me in the wind ensemble. It was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for ditching me in Virginia Tech. Thank you for giving me this pen back. You took it, and usually when you take stuff, I never see it again, like other pens and stuff. So that was a nice surprise. Thank you. And one time on a bus, you gave me this this piece of trash, I guess, this Elmo ring, and I still have it. So thank you for that.
Thanks for putting up with me losing my instrument constantly. Every time I misplace it, I'll think of you.
I just want to thank you for a lot of things, actually. My freshman year, my sophomore year were really, really hard, and without you, marching band, I probably wouldn't have been able to have gotten through with it. You've helped me develop into the person that I am today. I definitely wasn't the same person when I was a freshman, but you've always believed in me and given me so many opportunities, from jazz band and wind ensemble and a marching band.
Mr. Thomas, without you, I probably wouldn't have gotten to where I am today, especially if you hadn't forced me to play trumpet. Thanks a lot.
You have molded me into the person that I am, and you've taught me so much about life and what it means to be a leader, and you're just like my father figure away from home, and it just means so much to me.
What Mr. Thomas means to me. Mr. Thomas has been like a father figure to me. He's not, my dad hasn't been really around in the band director relationship, I guess, because I guess he understands.
He was my second therapist, my part-time one. He's also like a second dad to me.
You've been such a great leader to me. You've basically been my second dad, and it's just been a great 4 years.
And you have been probably the biggest father figure in my life outside of my real father, and you've just
always made me laugh and given me hilarious talks about random things in your office with Grace.
Thank you so much for being here for me these past 4 years. I know that I can always come and sit on your couch and talk to you.
Just sitting on your couch talking about marriage or what makes up petroleum jelly are probably some of my favorite memories of all my high school career.
My favorite memory of you, Mr. Thomas, was sophomore year band trip to Philadelphia. I roomed with JT McCucci, Matt Lloyd, and we stayed up until I think it was around 3:30 a.m. when you, the chaperones, decided to have a meeting right outside of our door. And so JT, Matt, and I thought it would be a good idea to come out and tell you guys to quiet down so we can sleep. And your first words to us as soon as we opened the door was, "Shut the hell up!" And then you told JT happy birthday. It's by far one of my favorite memories.
The funniest memory I have is your extremely disapproving look as I enter the room in my senior night costume.
Remember the time you gave me an ice cream sundae without the ice cream? Just like filled up a plastic cup with some whipped cream and some chocolate syrup. Well, thanks for all the fun years I had with you and for that great memory.
Thank you for running that 1.5 miles with me back in September for my PT test. It worked out really well, and I thought that was really cool and a lot of fun. And too bad you can't come to Hell Week with me now.
So probably my favorite memory of you, or just anything that you've said, was talking about the Quilty's yard and not to go past the Quilty's yard, and also your voice of Mrs. Como, like Michael Como, and that's probably the best thing in the world.
One time, you completely psychoanalyzed my entire personality one day after school, and it was so funny because you know me really, really well, down to a T, better than I know myself. And it was just so funny because you were supposed to be like, we're starting a rehearsal, but you were like so focused on like analyzing my personality that you like started it 10 minutes late, which was so funny. You were like, oh my gosh, I really gotta go.
Not necessarily a fun memory, but one of my most memorable moments with you is the time when I thought I lost my keys for about 2 hours after a marching band show. And I remember that we walked around the entire school and the football field looking for my keys for a very long time, and they ended up being in my backpack in my car at the very end. So I definitely remember that moment, one of the most out of my 4 years here.
I've been in band for the past 4 years now, and I can definitely say starting freshman year was really scary for me. I had absolutely no idea who anybody was or anything. I didn't know if I was going to make friends or anything. Luckily, marching band helped out with that a lot.
On the first day of marching band, I would say it was terrible because of the 9/8, so it took me about 2 weeks to figure out what was the meaning of 8 to 5, 9/8.
During marching band one time, and you and Mr. Jennings were writing drill instructions on water balloons and throwing that at us for us to try to catch, except we never did, and we got very wet, so that was lots of fun.
Freshman year, marching band, on the last competition, my tuning slide was not working, so you gave me your trumpet to use for the competition, and everyone was like, "Oh, you get to use Mr. Thomas's trumpet," and I just remember like being really freaked out that I was gonna break it or something. So I didn't break it, and I hopefully didn't break it. I don't think there was anything wrong with it.
Really great memory that I have, me and you, was the time that I broke the string on my guitar, and you so kindly helped me to make sure that I had tuned it properly and stretched the string after you gave me a Band-Aid because I stabbed my finger. That was kind of pitiful of me, but it was really great of you to help me out.
Back when I was a sophomore, I didn't have enough room in my schedule to take wind ensemble, so I scheduled like an independent study to study the music with Mr. Thomas first period on red days. We had a student teacher that year, Mr. Mills, and like I would just talk with Mr. Thomas and Mr. Mills for an hour and a half every morning, and learned a lot of things that year. I'd say it was pretty interesting.
Beginning of sophomore year when I joined jazz band, you were not as helpful to the new people, so you kind of threw us into the deep end. So you handed me that sheet with like the circle of force, and it had all the scales on it, and you were like, start on G, and so me being an American, I read left to right, and so for like the first week while everyone was playing the circle of force, I was playing my G major scale. So, you know, that was fun.
I remember one time I needed batteries for something, and I was like walking around the school just thinking what teacher would have batteries, and immediately I thought of Mr. Thomas. So I walked down here, walked into his office, and I asked him, Mr. Thomas, do you have any batteries? And the first thing he said to me was, do you want some peanuts? And just like completely disregarded the battery thing and just held out a jar of peanuts. And he wouldn't give me batteries until I ate a peanut. And then he opens his desk drawer and pulls out a giant bag of batteries, and every single one of them was dead. And it just made me laugh.
One of the funniest memories ever was when I came back down to the band room after school, and I was upset, and you were like, what's wrong? And I was like, I lost my bracelet down the drain in the breezeway. And you were like, oh my gosh, and I was like, yeah, my grandma gave it to me. And you were like, well, we have to get it. And you made this ridiculous contraption out of wire hangers and like coat hangers and tape and just all this stuff. And so for like 30 minutes, you, me, Grace, and McKenna were laying in the middle of the breezeway with this giant device, like fishing this bracelet out from this huge well drain thing, and just people were walking by and being like, what are you doing? But we were just laughing so hard, and we got it out, which is amazing, so thank you for that.
Let's see, an interesting memory. It was actually not in high school, it was in middle school. You guys came to play. You guys came to play when we were in 8th grade, and I remember we played an artist with you guys, and you made me stand up on a chair for my solo, and at that point I knew that you were going to be a lot of fun.
I remember in middle school thinking about marching band for the next year and being exciting to have you as a director.
I think one of my favorite memories of you this past 4 years is how you always tell us these random stories, and we don't really know if they're true or not, but it just makes band class so much better.
One of the favorite things about band is all the life advice that you have for pretty much any situation ever. And I can't think of anything that hasn't come up in class at one point or another.
You're always entertaining with your comments.
Your stories are always very informative, and they teach you great life lessons.
The best thing he's ever told me was don't worry about who you want. Don't worry about what you want to be, but who you want to be. I guess that's because I didn't really figure out what I wanted to be until he told me who I wanted to be.
You taught me that it's not really important about what I want to be, but about who I want to be. And really through marching band and the band program and your support, I figured out exactly who I want to be. And so thank you for that.
You do so much for Albemarle and all the band kids around here.
I'm pretty sure you must have like identical triplets to work as hard as you do, and for everything that all the programs that you put together for us. It's meant a lot to me, and band has really been a community away from home for me.
One of my favorite things about Mr. Thomas is the amount of support that he's shown to me. In the past 4 years, the band room and basically this entire, office and space has always been so safe for me and so full of love and acceptance and everything like that. And those are really important in being in high school and going through all these, mixes of life and everything.
One of the best things that I've learned is to be more confident. I remember in my freshman year when I played baritone and I wanted to switch to trombone, and I came in to your office to talk to you about it, and I thought I would have to convince you to let me switch. But then you're just like, alright, yeah, fine, go for it. And I was just like, okay, alright.
You've always supported me through all of the things I was trying to do, and I really can't thank you enough for that.
In color guard it's been a little hard, but you've always been there for me, and when I had to kind of step up the first couple of years, you were always like supportive, and when things were kind of going wrong, which they did a lot, I always appreciated how you weren't harsh on any of us, and you were just always really nice and respectful to everybody.
You have always been really understanding about like if I'm in need to do some other things during band class, and so thanks.
I love that you are always there for us, and thank you for everything you've done.
You have always been kind, and you always try to understand everyone, and I really appreciate that.
You never yelled at us, you never demeaned us, but you always held us to such a high standard, and you pushed us to reach that standard in a really positive way.
And whenever we didn't do as well, you were always nice about it, and you never made us feel bad or made us feel like we weren't doing good enough.
you have always been there for us and always been there for me, and whenever we need someone to come to for advice, you just always know the right thing to say. You just always have the perfect advice and the funniest stories to go along with it to cheer us up when we're down.
I remember one day we came to his office and started talking about, depression and all these things that were just, upsetting us, and he just, points to this gigantic poster of SpongeBob on his door. Depression is like SpongeBob. I don't remember where he went with that, but I loved it.
Thank you so much for the best 3 years of band, and thank you for keeping me into music.
I think that I would have stopped playing music had I had a sucky teacher for band, and I think that music has been a really important part of my life all through my high school career.
Definitely having you as a band director was one of the things that got me into band.
I'm glad I got into the band as a freshman because I've learned so much about bass playing since then because of you. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You have taught me so much, and I probably would not be half the musician I am if it weren't for you.
Without the guidance of Mr. Thomas and everything that I've learned from him, I wouldn't become half the musician that I am today. And it's because of him that I want to continue off into going to college and pursuing playing music.
Jazz band has been one of, if not my favorite thing about high school. It's been the one thing, over the 4 years that I can really count on to be, interesting and fun, just character building, and it was a good experience.
I really enjoyed band all 4 years, especially marching band. It was one of the best experiences of high school.
I really enjoyed band the last 4 years. It's been the best thing that I've done in high school.
High school, did color guard with you guys. It was an awesome experience, best thing ever, best thing I've done at Albemarle, probably best thing in my life so far, I guess.
It was hilarious to be in Mr. Thomas' class, and I think it was the best class I ever had in Albemarle High School.
I loved marching band, and I loved the days we got to talk about anything.
Marching band has probably been my most favorite class that I've ever done here, and I'm really gonna miss everything.
I love you, and I will miss you a lot.
I'll always remember you, and I'll make sure to visit next year.
So thank you for everything that you've ever done, and thank you for being you, and I'm really gonna miss you. You're just the most amazing teacher here at Albemarle, and thank you for everything that you do.
I really can't even thank you enough, so thank you so much.
You made my high school experience so wonderful.
Thank you! You push the button. This one is on right now. You're recording.
Okay, how do you make it stop?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My hair look okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ready? All right, it's okay. You're good. You're good.
You're good. You got it.
Wait. You've got it. Chummy, you can do it.
I was so in the zone too.
I'm so distracted with the...
Chummy, there's so much pressure.
Is it going?
Is it going? Okay.
Wait, did you start that?
Yes. I thought you were going.
Oh wait, I'm not ready yet. Alright, never.
Ready?
No.
Ready?
Hopefully you're not. Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Thank you. I don't know what to say. Hold on. You're a funny guy. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I was not expecting this at all.
You support all of us, and just, oh God, I don't know what to say next.
I don't know what else to say. Okay, let me think.
Do I say hello, Mr. Thomas, or what?
I'll just say what I think right now, so.
How long were most people's?
All different lengths.
How long am I allowed to talk? Can I just ramble about nothing for hours? How long is the memory on that camera?
I don't really know.
It's gotta not be that long.
You have 49 minutes of battery left.
It's HD.
Ready?
Ooh, I think I can do that.
Thank you. Hey, Mr. Thomas.
I really, oh God. I hate life.
Tuning slide was broken. Okay, that was really bad. I should have started. So.
Hey, Mr. Thomas, so these last few years, oh God.
Well, back when I was a sophomore,
Oh wait.
Use that as an outtake.
Can you edit this?
Yeah.
Okay, so, really great, I'm not gonna do that.
just gonna edit
Should
this.
I turn this
I'm
off?
just gonna edit
Okay,
this. It'll be okay.
I'll just keep it going.
Like get like more than one try though.
Yeah.
Am I just gonna start over?
Hi, Mr. Thomas. Can I start over?
No.
Have you been recording that whole time? Start over.
Why are you playing guitar in the background sadly?
Okay, ready? I'm so sorry.
Go inside.
I keep messing this.
These
What?
bugs are freaking me out. Let's go inside.
Inside?
Bug.
You don't want to do yours out here?
I don't know. These bugs are freaking me out.
Hold on. We'll get it this time, okay? Ready? Here.
What? This music? It's making it sound all like professional. This isn't supposed to be professional. Now you have to turn the camera around and be like, this isn't professional. It's just me, Mr. Thomas. It's me. I did it all. No? Not gonna do that?
10 minutes later.
So, yeah.
That's Selena walking. Look at her walk. Now she's gonna open the door.
That's really creepy.
What is this?
I don't know.
What do you call Tom? Why?
Are you filming?
I think that's a record for us.
Your face.
Spy cam from Mr. Thomas's office. Say hello. It's Kiara. We're just chilling. About to do some homework. Say something cool. Hi.
How many is 8 fluid ounces?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's go spy on people.
And they're gonna post it on there and they're gonna be like, oh, he's 8 fluid ounces.
Spy cam out.
Thank you.
Good job.
Goodbye. Thank you. Done. Go.
Is that good?
Okay, wait.
Wait, are you? Why are you
Wait.
still filming?
No, hold on. I just need you to say thank you. Ready?
Oh, yes. Thanks, Mr. Thomas.